Told me that your body-worn camera's on. No, you haven't. That's part of your policy. You can clearly see that I'm filming, bro.
Okay, and you can clearly see that that's...
No, I can now.
I don't have to notify you.
You do. It's part of your policy.
No, it's not.
It's part of your policy. This has been proven before that it's part of your policy.
Stop. You just stated that you have been allowed... No,
I don't have to stop.
I'm trying to ascertain what's
I don't have to... Listen, bro. I don't want to interrupt you, but to be honest, I don't want to speak to you, yeah? I'm going about doing my civil right. I'm allowed to go around and film in public areas.
Allowed. Who has allowed you?
My rights as a human being in this country.
And they have a right to know who is filming or taking photographic images of the building.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Oh my God! Please, mate. Please don't. Don't do this. Don't do this to yourself. I'm literally just on my way to taking someone to professional standards for exactly the same thing. Okay. Trying to trump up charges that aren't there. Yeah, no. Listen. No, I'm not saying that you are. You're trying to tell me though.
You're not telling me what has happened. You're just saying you're doing your civil right. Doing what?
Filming the building. The building.
Into an absolute masterclass in citizen journalism, rights advocacy, and watching authority get tangled in its own red tape. We're following the one and only Bear Britain Audit, a man who knows his rights better than most people know their own phone numbers. The scene is set. Our man is out and about, doing what he does best, filming in a publicly accessible area. He's minding his own business, capturing some footage near a massive Amazon facility. It's a place you or I could walk right up to. But, as we all know, the sight of a camera can sometimes make people in uniforms a little twitchy. And today, that twitchiness led to a full-blown police response. They've been called out on a report of a public order offence. The officers arrive, looking to lay down the law, but they're about to find out that Bear Britain Audit isn't just holding a camera, he's armed with something far more powerful. Knowledge. This isn't just an encounter, it's a chess match. So buckle up, smash that like button, and let's break down this incredible showdown.
I know it's huge, but why? What's the reason why?
Because I like to. I don't have to tell you that.
No, I'm just trying to understand why.
But I know, but I'm going to stick to it. I don't have to tell you that. And that's, you can say that being as awkward.
How am I supposed to ascertain what's happening?
You don't have to ascertain anything until I've committed the
I've had an incident that's been called.
Have I committed an illegal offence?
Well, as far as what we've heard on the call is that there's been swearing and shouting, so I need to know who that's been coming from.
Those down there, and the video's got it to prove it.
Right, and can you show me that?
Yes, I can.
Because if you're involved in that and you've been shouting and swearing, that is an offence. That is something I need to ascertain what has happened.
Of course. Hey, you know this camera? You see this camera? It's an independent witness. Yeah, so that's another reason I film, because when stuff like this happens, yeah, when people try and say stuff happened that didn't happen, we can now go back to this footage and see, can't we?
What we've heard on the call is that there's been lots of shouting and swearing going on.
Right,
so we need to ascertain what that's in relation to. So if people, that's called public order. That is an offence, yeah? And
right from the get-go, the police are on the offensive. They roll up, and the first question is the classic: who's allowed you permission on the site? This is Tactic 101 in the Intimidate the Cameraman playbook. They're trying to create the illusion that this public space is private, that our auditor is a trespasser who needs a permission slip, but our man isn't having any of it. His response is swift, calm, and devastatingly simple. Boom! He immediately shuts down their premise. He establishes that he knows the law and he's not some newbie they can easily push around. Then, in a brilliant move, he turns the...
You ever seen a guy walk into a lion's den asterisk, holding a mirror instead of sword? Well, buckle up, because this isn't your average camera-wielding activist. This is Bear Britain Audit, and today he's about to give a masterclass in holding power accountable filming outside a massive Amazon facility in a public space. Mind you, he's approached by officers who immediately try to flip the script. The usual tactics, asterisk, you can't film here. Show ID, you're causing public distress. Asterisk classic. But here's the twist. Our man is red.
Tables. The officer asks him to identify himself, and the auditor flips it right back. You do? Okay. What's yours as well, please? He even calls out the officer for not announcing that his body-worn camera is recording, which is often a requirement of their own policy. The officer is already on the back foot, and we're only seconds in. But this is where things get really juicy. The police can't get him on trespassing, so they move to their ace in the hole, the alleged public order offence. Ah, the mysterious, disembodied complaint. They're trying to pin a Section 5 public order offence on him. For those who don't know, this law is about causing harassment, alarm, or distress. To secure a conviction, you generally need a victim, someone who was actually...
So how do you know that one's taken place? If you don't know who done it...
We can hear it on the call.
No, no one at the time. And that you're now lying. You're lying because I was filming at the time when that call apparently would have come through.
Caught it. You've just said on your
No,
camera
yeah,
you've
I've
them
caught that
swearing
I
on the
haven't.
street.
No, it would have been them because it hasn't come from me. So if there is swearing on this footage,
Yeah,
it's going to
that's
come
what
from
I'm
them.
saying.
It won't be coming
Right,
from me.
But I don't know that. because
Okay,
you're not showing me
and
anything
even
to the
that,
contrary.
even this footage now, I don't
You are
have
not
to, but
showing
I
me
will.
anything
I
to the
will, just because I
contrary.
can't wait to prove you
are
wrong.
not showing me anything to the contrary.
Okay. Also,
So
I want to
I
know
need to
that.
ascertain
Hang
what
on.
has happened.
Before I show
So
you
a
anything.
public order offence
Yeah.
has been committed.
Right.
We can hear it on the phone call.
Yeah.
Swearing and stuff is taking place in public.
Yeah.
Now you're saying you can prove that it's not you because
Yeah.
you have video.
And if it
footage.
proves that it's them, are you going to go and deal with that?
I'm going to go have a chat with them afterwards.
Straight up, because I'll be
But I'm here
following you
now.
to make sure that you do follow it up. Because I know how this works. If I'm swearing in here, you're going to deal with that. But if it comes back that they're swearing in it, you won't deal with that. I ain't stupid. This happened to me the other day. This happened to me the other day, bro. Like I say, to be honest, I want to go about my business. Am I detained?
I'm happy to let you go.
Am I detained? Am I
No,
detained?
I just need to know what's happening.
Yeah, and I'm asking, am I detained? So I'm free.
And this right here, this is where the power dynamic flips. The moment the officer realizes this isn't your run-of-the-mill bystander. Bear knows exactly what he's doing. Filming in a public place is not a crime, folks. Notice how the officer immediately goes into control mode, asking who gave him permission to film. That's an intimidation tactic wrapped in a question. But here's the thing. You don't need permission to exercise.
What's happening?
Am I free to go?
Well, I need to confirm your identity. So that I've spoken
You
to
don't
in
need to
relation
confirm my identity.
Yeah,
I don't
do.
have to give it you. Till an offence has been committed, I do not have to
An
give it
offence
you.
has been committed?
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
You're telling me
Just
it's
you
not?
turning up and saying an offence has been committed doesn't
Public
mean
order
one's been
offence
a...
has been committed.
No,
We
it
know it's
hasn't.
been committed, and you've just confirmed it.
Actually harassed, alarmed, or distressed. So, what does our auditor do? He asks the most logical and powerful question imaginable. Checkmate. The officers have no answer. They don't have a victim. They don't have a complainant. Their entire case is built on a phone call. The officer tries to squirm out of it, claiming it can be an assumed person. But that's a legally shaky argument, and the auditor knows it. This is the core of the whole interaction. The police are trying to enforce a law without having the necessary elements to prove an offence has even been committed. And our auditor is holding a mirror up to their flawed procedure. He even points to his own camera, calling it the independent witness that will prove his innocence. He's not just defending himself, he's using their accusation against them. The officer, clearly getting frustrated, tries another angle. He attempts to twist the auditor's words into a confession. This is a classic trap. Whoa, slow down there, Constable. That's a sneaky bit of verbal gymnastics. He's trying to say that by admitting he filmed the alleged incident, he's admitting an offence took place. But our auditor is way too sharp for that. He calmly clarifies his statement, completely diffusing the trap. He not only escapes the trap, but turns it back on them.
Okay, time for a quick legal crash course. Because this is where the stakes get REA, the police invoke Section 5 of the Public Order Act, which deals with behavior likely to cause harassment, alarm, or distress. Sounds serious, right? But here's the kicker. To make it stick, they need a victim, a real person, someone visibly affected. A vague phone call doesn't cut it. That's like saying, someone, somewhere, maybe got upset, arrest that guy, and our auditor? He cuts through that fog like a laser.
Stating that his footage will likely show the security guards were the ones causing the issue. He's not the perpetrator, he's the witness with the evidence. At this point, the police have nothing. No trespass, no provable public order offence, no confession, so they fall back to their last resort, demanding his personal details. They believe they have the authority to force him to identify himself, but they've made a fatal error. They haven't actually established that he's committed any offence. This is the hill to die on, and he stands on it firmly. In the UK, you are not required to provide your details to the police unless they can prove you've committed an offence, or are, for example, driving a vehicle. The officer's authority is conditional, and the condition hasn't been met. The officer, now visibly flustered, tries to order him to leave. And now for the line that ends the entire debate. The kill shot, the moment of pure, unadulterated genius. Let that sink in.
I told you I don't want you to.
Right, fine. Well, on your way then.
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay. So I won't be going nowhere, sir. So stop, like, trying to talk
You don't
down
have
to me.
Stand here pointing that in my face.
Well,
don't
then
you?
disappear. You're the one that's approached me today, not the other way round. I don't have to. I don't have to. It's a public place, and it's up to you to make privacy in a public place. So if you'd like to make privacy, then I suggest you maybe get in your 2 shiny cars with flashy lights, right, and have a conversation. But I will stay here for as long as I want. Listen, if you were to listen,
This moment right here is what we call asterisk the identity trap, one of the oldest tricks in the book. Officers ask for ID without stating a lawful reason, hoping you'll cave under pressure. But under UK law, you do not have to provide your name or identification unless you're being lawfully detained or suspected of a specific offense. Watch how Beer Britain Audit flips the script. Am I